Thank you for tuning into the channel. And today we're going to be talking about how much I make on my economical car. I'm going to be using the Nissan Sentra as an example. I'm going to let you know what I pay per month for on the car payment, insurance, and what it typically brings in. That way you know my cost and my expenses. But before I get into it, if you could do me a huge favor, in the description box, I put all the links of everything that I use on Toro, make it easier for me. I went ahead and put that on there. So if you're thinking about doing Toro, or maybe you're already doing Toro, check it out. It might be helpful to you. Now let's go ahead and get into the video for today. You may be thinking about starting Toro and you're not sure what car to get. If you've seen some of my videos, I will usually recommend economical vehicles. And if you're already doing Toro and you're thinking about maybe buying that second car or just growing your fleet, I would recommend it, again, economical videos. I'm going to give a breakdown of a 2024 Nissan Sentra that I have. So you might be wondering, okay, how much do you pay per month for that vehicle? I pay $385. So I have a 2024 Nissan Sentra SV model, and I paid $385 a month for 72 months. So that's a 6-year loan. I did not put any money down, if you're wondering. And to get to that payment with no money down, I did have to get a discount, which I did. And also, you might be wondering what's the interest rate, and that's around I think it was 5.9, so 6%, let's say. And insurance with ABI and the tracker and everything add another 100. So the total cost to run that vehicle month to month is $485. So $485, close to $500, but under that. $485 is my cost. Now, obviously, I need to make enough renting it to cover that. And most importantly, I want to make a profit for my time and risk and everything that I'm taking, right? So that car tends to bring in about 800 and sometimes 900, because in Toro, you're going to have busier months than others. So that's a range. Usually at my low end, I make about $800. And there's sometimes I've hit 900, and believe it or not, sometimes even more than that. But usually between $800 to $900 is typically what I'm looking at. And I wanted to make this video because I see a lot of videos right now on Instagram showing a Toyota Corolla, and they're saying, oh, I'm making $1,500, I'm making $2,000 renting this car, and I use the income for this to pay for my exotic car over here. I don't think those videos are true. I think they're clickbait. I think there's just someone trying to sell a course. I don't think on an economical car you're going to make that type of money. I could be wrong. Maybe you're a current Toro host and you have a Sentra, you have a Corolla or something along those lines, and maybe you're making $1,500, $2,000. But my goal with the videos is to let you know how I'm doing and my opinion and what I think you will probably get if you were to do Toro and use an economical car. Now, someone may start Toro, buy a economy car, and make less than me, right? I make what I make because I'm constantly on Toro. I'm constantly changing my prices. I do live by the airport, and all this is gonna affect how much I make, right? So if you live in a different, let's say you live in a small town, you don't live by an airport, you might not rent very much the car. You might only cover the payments. This is gonna vary. So it does depend where you live. It does depend, if do you live by an airport? For me, that's been a big help. So I think if you live by an airport, it is going to help. And so I don't want you running to go buy a car, just saying, "Oh, I'm going to make $800 to $900 because I'm making 8 to 9." No, that's what I make. I think realistically, for most people, they can make that if they're constantly checking their prices. And what I mean by that is, I go on Toro, right, and I put the car. I have a Sentra, so I put Nissan Sentra, and I put I'll look for in advance to see other Sentras in my area and see what they're going for, because I'm competing with them. I'm competing for what's in my area. So whatever area you're in, if you are buying an economical car, whatever car that happens to be, whatever brand, model, you want to look it up in your area. See if people have them, how many people have them, and what's the going rate on them. And if they're booking by checking their calendars, if you're seeing the little lines, we know that's a good indicator that the car's booked. Now, we also know lines through the calendar doesn't always necessarily mean the car's being rented. It could just mean that it's out of commission. So check to see if the profile you're checking out has recent comments. If it has recent comments and you see that they have trips and stuff, it's most likely that it is getting rented. And that's what I do. So constantly checking. In this case, with the Nissan Sentra and all my cars, I check the area. Hey, what's my, Let's see what the competition has it at. And I change my rates all the time. All the time I'm changing it. So I'm on Toro frequently. I'm changing my rates, and that helps me get the car out on the road a lot. You may be wondering, how much do I get it out on the road? In a month, there's usually most months, 30 days. And I get it out 20 days. So it doesn't sit much. Sometimes I even book it more than that. And that's the goal. I want to keep it constantly on the road. I do get rid of the cars in 1 year. So far, I've had luck with that. I know the car market's constantly changing. Luckily, I haven't been upside down. Doesn't mean it won't happen one day. But luckily, with all my research that I do before buying a car, I believe it's helped me greatly not be upside down. And I just like to rotate into new cars. But that's a good breakdown right there, at least for me on a Sentra. It's $385 a month with the insurance $485. And I'm doing pretty good at it because I live by an airport. I'm constantly checking the app. This could be you. You might even make more depending again where you live. I hope you did find this video useful, and hopefully it helps you if you decide to do Toro or if you're already doing Toro. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, leave some comments down below. And don't forget to check out the description box. I have some great links on there that could really help you out on Toro. And thanks for watching.